Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about Arizona and the results and how those results are already starting to shape the Arizona GOP and how it's probably going to give us some foreshadowing as to what is going to happen on the national scene. If you don't know, the Republican Party in Arizona did not perform well. Their star candidate, Kari Lake, a person described as Trump in Hills, who is in many ways a lot like Trump, lost. She lost, making her more like Trump. That was a large blow to the Republican Party there in Arizona. But more importantly, immediately after the loss, you started to see this same post-election nonsense, the baseless claims, the chant of, don't concede and all of this stuff. I don't want to use the term moderates because even the moderates in Arizona are pretty far right. But the more traditional Republicans within the Arizona GOP party structure are attempting to use this string of losses to oust the MAGA movement from the party structure. We don't know how effective it's going to be. We don't know if they're going to succeed. The reality is that Arizona very much is, it's a state that has a lot of support for the far-right nonsense. I mean, let's just call it what it is. So I don't know if they're going to be successful, but it's worth watching the developments that are going to play out there because it's probably going to give us a lot of insight into how the traditional Republicans on the national scene are going to try to force the MAGA crowd into obscurity. That certainly appears to be their plan. We don't know how successful anybody is going to be at this. But at this moment, there have been calls for the chair of the GOP to resign there in Arizona. And all of this appears to be part of a semi-concerted effort to get rid of, well, those who cost them the last few elections. That Trumpist ideology. Now, keep in mind, even if they are successful at removing the public-facing aspects of the MAGA movement from Arizona or even from the national scene, they've demonstrated over the last few years that deep down this is their ideology, or at the very least a far right-wing authoritarian hyper-nationalist ideology isn't a deal breaker for them. So even if the traditional Republicans win, there's still that concern. But if you're looking to get a little bit of insight into the future of the Republican Party and how the various factions may deploy different tactics, I would keep my eyes on Arizona. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.